Beowulf's story displays the theme of good warrior versus good king. We first see Beowulf's traits of a good warrior when he hears of the killings at Heorot. His warrior side comes out when he volunteers to leave home and go kill Grendel. After his wishes are granted, he leaves and travels by sea to take on someone else's battle to show his strength, courage, and bravery. We see several instances when young Beowulf is a good warrior, especially when he fights Grendel. Grendel, a monster greatly feared by all of Heorot, is no match for courageous and brave Beowulf. As Grendel attacks Beowulf, our good warrior is able to grab Grendel in his hands and take control. Not sparing this monster's life, strong Beowulf rips off his arm. Grendel unfortunately breaks free and runs off, but is never to disturb Heorot again. The morning. After the fight, everyone gathers at Heorot's mead hall to honor and recognize Beowulf for his heroic and magnificent deeds, and to celebrate the death of the town's most feared beast. Being so grateful, everyone cheers on Beowulf, as they are now able to understand why Beowulf is told to be such a good warrior and to have the strength of 30 men. Hrothgar sees Beowulf's ego growing, so he goes to warn this tough and strong warrior to never let his guard down, as past kings have. After Grendel's death, terror arises again in the town of Heorot. Everyone looks to Beowulf for help. His warrior characteristics comes out as he picks up his sword and shield to take on Grendel's mother. Beowulf shows he's a good warrior as he takes off alone to save the lives of the Danes. When he encounters Grendel's mother, he struggles but never gives up the fight of his life for these innocent people. So he fights with all his strength, successfully slaying the beast. After his long battle, Beowulf discovers Grendel's dead body. So in hope of closure for the Danes, Beowulf cuts off Grendel's head to bring back as a prize for the people. After returning from his fight with Grendel's mother, a party is thrown in honor of Beowulf and all that he had done for Hrothgar's kingdom. Later, Beowulf is knighted by Hrothgar's wife for being such a valiant, good, and successful warrior. His knighting was the first step to him becoming a good king. Sometime later, the king of the Geats, Hygelac, tells Beowulf he is dying and requests that Beowulf take over the throne. However, Beowulf thinks of the people before himself and allows the heir to the throne to become king. It is not until that king dies in battle that Beowulf decides it is best for the Geats that he takes over as king. Beowulf's decision shows that he had learned an important lesson that all kings should know, to think of the people before himself. About 50 years later, a very old King Beowulf decides that as the king, it is his responsibility to try to defend his people from a deadly dragon. He makes this decision because he knows that, as king, it is his duty to put his people before himself, and to protect them no matter how big the cost, even if the cost is his own life. Shortly before Beowulf dies, he asks his only living knight to see the treasure he obtained for his people. When Beowulf's knight is able to bring him treasure to show what they had obtained, it is proof that God approved of Beowulf as a king, and that Beowulf truly thought of his people he ruled before himself. After Beowulf's death, his corpse was treated with the respect given to only good kings. His funeral was done exactly as he requested, proving that not only did God believe he was a good king, but his people did too. This poem shows how young Beowulf started out only knowing how to be a good warrior, but as an aged man he had learned how to be a truly good king.